Welcome back to North Dakota Today. By now, I hope you're comfortable with me. My name is Mike Morkin. I'm certainly getting more comfortable with Chef Randall here, and I appreciate your ability to be patient with me in this early stages of my working with you and stuff like that. I still have my training wheels on, far be it. So
before you know it, they'll be off.
Okay. Yeah. What are we doing today?
So we're gonna make blistered tomato bruschetta.
Okay.
So the idea of so again, we did the calamari, yeah. We did the eggplant,
which is very good,
and now we have a blistered tomato. So these are all in that antipasti kind of those what I call patio appetizers. Okay. So again, because I don't really want to heat my whole kitchen up for a great deal of time. So these are things that I can make ahead of time, invite my friends over, have all ready to go.
Oh, I can think of just a wonderful serving for folks on the patio or whatever the case may be.
So these are all things that could easily be done, and click, and then, there we are. Right?
All right, let's begin.
Yeah, so to start with our tomatoes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just spread them out. Now, I have what we call a sill pad, a silicone pad. And really, this thing is worth its weight in gold. Yes, you can use parchment paper, but however, this is so nice and smooth that really nothing really sticks to it. And you'll see after we roast the tomatoes, really how nice that is. So we're gonna just give it a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit to kind of give it a little flavoring. And then I'm gonna have you just kind of roll those around to get those covered.
And this is really gonna look different once we get done with this.
Oh boy, is it ever.
Yep.
So the idea here is that when we put that into an oven, we put it in a very high oven, like about 500 degrees. We want to blister the tomatoes, and what we want to have them keep their integrity. What I mean by that is that we don't want these things to be, really watered out. If we roasted these at 350, they would basically kind of water out and get all mushy. What we want is we want that tomato to be blistered, but that's it.
And there's going to be a noticeable flavoring as a result of it.
So we get that nice caramelization from the sugars in the tomato, but we also get that really good concentration of flavors as well. So an oven is like a dry roasting, right? So that concentrates flavor. And that's what gives tomatoes and anything else in an oven that's been like caramelized and things like that. That's what gives it that flavor.
I'm curious to see what that'll look like.
Concentrating those flavors. All right. So I'm going to have you put this ricotta in here for me, please.
Good.
And then I'm going to just take
How much do you want? The whole thing?
The whole thing. Yeah. Basically it's about 15 ounces. And then I have some flatbread here that I'm going to just take a little pesto, and I'm going to spread that on there. So we're going to do two basically different concepts. One is a flatbread, and then one is a bruschetta. Okay. Now watch this. Whoa! Oops! Look at that. That pesto went right in there. So I'm going to have you mix that in together. You can give that a little salt and pepper.
People worry about salt.
Yeah.
Should we?
Well,
I mean, as far
excessive. I mean, if you're eating a Frito, yeah.
But I know, but I understand that. But there's also a key element of flavor to it. So how do you?
So I taught culinary school for 18 years.
Okay.
And one of the things I told my students is that there's two ranges we have here. Either we have no salt or we have Fritos. Because we can all agree that Fritos are pretty darn salty, aren't they?
Yes.
So if your food is salty as a Frito, then your food's salty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, but salt kind of brings out all those little, those nuances, those characteristics that we see in food. So now what we have is like a pesto ricotta. All right. So we're going to use this in a certain way, and then we're going to use this in a certain way, and we're going to roast those off. And when we come back, we're going to put it all together.
I have one more salt-related question.
Okay.
So much is said about the idea of salt being already in most foods. Is that true?
It is.
So then maybe you don't need to put any in, or?
Well, I mean, think of like bacon. Think about things like that are olives, capers, anything pickled has a great deal of salt in it. So, when you're going to either cook with it or you're going to season something, take that into consideration that this thing I'm entering into it is very salty. So in one of our episodes, we're going to make something called an olive salad. And then when I talk about salt, whoa. Okay. So we'll discuss that when we get there.
All right, so let's take a break now and then we'll be back.
Very good.
Stick around. We've got more for you.